On the screen right now is a screenshot from an ex-helper, though the screenshot was taken while they were still a helper. You see, what this screenshot is about is basically someone had asked if Galaxite had lore. Their reply was, yes, Galaxite has lore, and there's more to come. Now, something super interesting about this is this screenshot came after the Galaxite lore team was cancelled. You see, originally, before Galaxite came out and was still in development, there was a lore team, basically meant to design lore for the server. But they were cancelled, though the screenshot might say otherwise. And maybe I'm just reading into things, and maybe it's just because I have zero content, and who knows. But personally, I think if there is lore, it's super cool on Galaxite's end, and they should keep it up. And if not, I mean, there's so much they could do with what they already have, and they could bring back that lore team and, maybe, become the first featured server to have lore, I guess, which would be super awesome. Anyways, before I get into the video, it would really mean the world to me if you subscribed, because I'm currently in the process of trying to get Alex, the owner, to reply to my DMs, and I feel like I have a better chance of that if I have the influencer rank, so why did I say that so weird? My goal is by June of 2021 to have influencer. I doubt that'll happen, but considering Bacon makes amazing content and got it with 200 subs, if I just put effort into my content instead of spending 10 minutes on it and then making 4 videos a day, maybe I can get influencer. But it really only comes if they like my content, so gotta focus on making good content first. Anyways, like and subscribe because that really helps me out, and I really do hope you enjoy this. So the first thing I want to say, which honestly really is kind of stupid when you first hear it, is that I feel like all of the Sam and Danny adventures, the stuff you can buy on the marketplace, takes place in Galaxite, I guess. But hear me out. So first we're going to talk about the vault. If you've played Galaxite more than a few times, you've probably heard about or seen the vault. Basically, it's a giant structure in the side of the spawn mountain that no one has been able to get through. Although people have lagged out and seen the ducks inside, or used glitches to see inside. Personally, I feel like this was just a little gag because everyone was trying to view inside the vault, but I don't think that's what actually is meant to be inside of the vault. If you've played Chronos, you've been inside of the Chronos lobby. At the beginning, it honestly seems like there's nothing strange about it, except for the fact that it's in a cave. Now, all the way at the end, there's basically a giant kind of quartz, iron, I guess gate or something? But this is super confusing because if it's just a cave or if it's underground, where does this lead? Just to a less built underground? Well, there's another option. It could also be a mountain, and this entrance could be the vault. But what if this area at the end of the Chronos lobby is really the exit to the vault? Now this puts a lot more into perspective. Number 1, the Chronos map. There's no real explanation where the dropships come from when they land down in Chronos, but inside of the lobby, the Chronos lobby, you can see all kinds of dropships and such, along with this, but this is for another video. Now, where necessarily do these dropships come from when they land down on the Chronos map? Well, I think that maybe that they could come from the Chronos lobby, which is actually the inside of the vault. It would make a lot of sense considering you would want to hide your most valuables inside a vault, and personally, if I had a bunch of dropships like these, I would certainly keep them in a vault. So that's just one theory for what's inside of the vault. But why make this video if it's less of lore and more of just a cool, maybe this is what's inside of the vault? Because there's a bit more to it. So many characters from Sam and Danny have showed up in Galaxite. Captain Endereye, Captain Blockbeard, you've seen Gregory's Asteroid Hop, we have Orby, we have Sam and Danny themselves, Chipstick, all of these characters playing big roles in the game. Chipstick is the shop, Sam and Danny are 2 skins, and the others are the basically all of the parkours, and also the Rainbow Tower, but that one doesn't count because it was like a promotion. Maybe all of Sam and Danny, everything that has happened in Sam and Danny takes place in Galaxite itself. You see, episode 4 takes place in a pirate cove, and this area doesn't look the exact same, but it looks pretty similar to the pirate cove. The one time I want to record, there's helicopters and airplanes. Now, more importantly, we very clearly can see all of the shops have chipstick, and though the Core Wars ones have chipstick too, it makes more sense that chipstick is down on the Kronos map. What I'm suggesting is that maybe the Kronos map is where every Sam and Danny adventure has taken place, excluding the one where they go to space. Because honestly, a lot of the episodes line up. Episode 6, Eastern Adventure, there's an eastern area on the Kronos map. Episode 4, the Cove on the Kronos map. Episode 5, the Wild West, we have the Wild West town. And also, I'm going to show something right now on screen that I actually haven't figured out yet, so if you do have theories about this, please tell me, because it's honestly really confusing to me, and I have not found a single character named Julia yet. I mean, this whole video is just a meme, honestly. I'm doing this because it's some really cool coincidences, but I'm not really sure now. Because I feel like, honestly, this could be legitimate. There could legitimately be lore that they've pretended was cancelled, and an entire storyline, honestly, here. Anyways, this video honestly sucked, but I hope you enjoyed, and even if there is no lore, there's still some cool stuff we can theorize about, like what this thing is. So, honestly, this was actually really fun to make, even though I'm pretty sure all of this is just random. If there really was lore, it would be a really cool way for Galaxite to separate itself from all the other servers. And if there is lore, I don't suggest keeping it quiet. You could honestly give us a few details. I'm gonna be doing much more research for my next video, and yes, that's correct. I'm gonna make a ton of videos on this because I'm obsessive. So I'll probably try and make the next video by next week or by tomorrow because, again, obsessive.